Script tag, async and defer. I have a couple of questions about the attributes async and defer for the script tag, which to my understanding only work in HTML5 browsers. One of my sites has two external JavaScript files that currently sit just above the body tag. The first is jQuery sourced from Google and the second is a local external script. With respect to site load speed, is there any advantage in adding async to the two scripts I have at the bottom of the page? Would there be any advantage in adding the async option to the two scripts and putting them at the top of the page in the head? Would this mean they download as the page loads? I assume this would cause delays for HTML4 browsers, but would it speed up page load for HTML5 browsers? Using script defer src equals. Would loading the two scripts inside head with the attribute defer the same effect as having the scripts before body? Once again, I assume this would slow up HTML4 browsers. Using script async src equals. If I have two scripts with async enabled, would they download at the same time, or one at a time with the rest of the page? Does the order of scripts then become a problem? For example, one script depends on the other, so if one downloads faster, the second one might not execute correctly, etc. Keep your scripts right before body. Async can be used with scripts located there in a few circumstances. Defer won't make much of a difference for scripts located there because the DOM parsing work has pretty much already been done anyway. Your HTML will display quicker in older browsers if you keep the scripts at the end of the body right before body. So, to preserve the load speed in older browsers, you don't want to put them anywhere else. If your second script depends upon the first script, for example your second script uses the jQuery loaded in the first script, then you can't make them async without additional code to control execution order. But you can make them defer because defer scripts will still be executed in order, just not until after the document has been parsed. If you have that code and you don't need the scripts to run right away, you can make them async or defer. You could put the scripts in the head tag and set them to defer, and the loading of the scripts will be deferred until the DOM has been parsed, and that will get fast page display in new browsers that support defer. But it won't help you at all in older browsers, and it isn't really any faster than just putting the scripts right before body, which works in all browsers. So, you can see why it's just best to put them right before body. Async is more useful when you really don't care when the script loads and nothing else that is user dependent depends upon that script loading. The most often cited example for using async is an analytics script like Google Analytics that you don't want anything to wait for, and it's not urgent to run soon, and it stands alone so nothing else depends upon it. Usually the jQuery library is not a good candidate for async because other scripts depend upon it, and you want to install event handlers so your page can start responding to user events, and you may need to run some jQuery based initialization code to establish the initial state of the page. It can be used async, but other scripts will have to be coded to not execute until jQuery is loaded. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to learn JavaScript. We have a number of awesome tutorials in the works.